folks. Welcome to Apples and Oranges. I'm him, one of your hosts, and we also have Matthew, of course.
Hi, I'm Matthew.
Matthew's here, but more important than Matt and Jack, the brand, the collective, the hosts, we have an amazing guest with us today. Performer, actor, improviser, the wickedly talented Logan Reeder.
Hello, hello, hello. And I would like to argue I'm not more important than either of you. We are all equals in this space. I would like to hope. Or if anything, you're allowed to be more important than me.
I think as hosts in both respects, podcast hosts and hosts into our abode, I don't know. I think it goes to the core question of like when you are having someone into your home who in like a power dynamic, who has more power? Because I think it really depends on who's at play. It's like you think the host, it's like it's their space, home field advantage.
No,
but also they're trying to please the guest.
It's the guest. The guest is most important, especially on this podcast, which we should mention is a debate podcast where one of us debates our guests on disparate topics that are presented to us through a topic generator. So we're going to get in some fiery debates soon enough. But first, we always like to ask our guests, Logan, do you have any formal debate experience or informal?
I would say formal, absolutely not. Informal, I would like to say that I'm the youngest of 5 siblings and my entire family is conservative. And I'm the only liberal. So I would say
the soul
arguments,
lib.
Yes.
Gosh. We have a libtard on the podcast.
Yeah, guys, hate to break it to you.
Oh my gosh, in this house?
I know you guys are strong Cuomo supporters. So
I know. It's actually a very sad time in this apartment.
I'm a Cuomo-sexual, actually.
Yeah, I'm so
that was awesome.
Yeah. No, when Cuomo put me in that nursing home, I immediately started to have second thoughts.
And when Cuomo put me in that chokehold, I fainted.
So is Thanksgiving like a heated time for you, or do you kind of keep it chill? My parents are conservative. We all keep it chill.
Yeah, I feel like we keep it. I feel like we keep it chill for the most part. But my brother, as of late, has become a little like too much for me in a way where he's like leaning into a side. He's very Christian, and like I grew up. Oh my gosh, I'm like 1 minute into this podcast and I'm already like
trauma dump. We
being
need this.
Crazy. So I like also grew up like in like the church. Like I went to a Christian school, and so like, but my beliefs were always like, hey, like Jesus was a cool guy. He said like do cool things and be nice to people. And my brother's really leaning into like being gay is a sin. Like women should submit to men in a marriage. And I'm just like, I'm having a very hard time with that.
Yeah, understandably so. If Jesus were alive today, he'd go on the Joe Rogan podcast.
He would totally go on Joe Rogan. He'd realize that's where he could like reach the most people.
No, I think if he were alive today, he'd be a chiller. He'd probably go on Mark Maron or...
Yeah, Mark Maron's ending. Well, okay, great final guest for Mark Maron. If Mark Maron could pull some strings, I think Mark Maron should try and get Jesus to come back finally and be his final guest.
Somebody needs to get Jesus to come back finally.
I know.
Everybody's waiting.
Who do we think is able to pull some strings? Because like I'm not that well connected, but someone must.
Who is the producer for the Jesus reboot? That's what we need to know.
I would gladly take the mantle.
Company?
I think we probably some Nepo person, someone who's still related to Jesus or any of the relatives.
Like if Josh Gad had a kid, maybe.
Matt and I today were.
Josh
had a kid. Well,
That's awesome.
We were like just procrastinating today and went on Josh Gad's IMDb for like 20 minutes, and he has a graphic novel that he writes called The Writer. And we were flipping through some just panels of that, and it was
because the premise is really cool.
Yeah,
it's a really cool premise for a comic, but the panels were they were interesting.
Does he do the illustrations or just the writing?
No, the writing.
No.
Okay, and what is the premise?
He's called the writer, and he plays a writer in the comic. Yeah. He plays a comic book author,
a comic book writer who kind of like gets thrown into like a world of magic and like Jewish folklore.
So it's like semi-autobiographical.
Basically, yeah.
I suppose so.
Well, because the way that he was trapped in the frozen universe for that prolonged period.
When I think of Josh Gad, my immediate first thought is that episode of New Girl that he did. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't know he was in New Girl.
Oh my! Wait, you've never seen New Girl?
That's not true. I've seen like 2 episodes of New Girl in tiny pieces.
Okay, have you seen New Girl?
No New Girl.
You guys, you need to watch New Girl.
People say it's one of the best sitcoms.
It really is. And it's like you can see like how it's like semi-improv based too. Like I love to watch that show and be like, that is improv. Like
Nice.
I love that in any show. You know
True.
what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. What's your favorite sitcom?
Favorite sitcom?
I know your favorite sitcom. It's Community.
Oh yeah.
Community
I don't know
is
why
so
I blanked
good.
for a moment. Yeah.
That's another show where you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
You
just
couldn't
so
see
good.
those moments.
True.
Yeah, totally.
I know, and also Community is great because it makes you
feel.
Does Good
Mhm.
Girl make you feel?
Good Girl?
Good girl.
Good Girl, New Girl. What's it called?
New Girl.
Oh, New Girl, Good Girl.
Good Girl is a different show. What's your favorite sitcom?
Right now, I'm watching Righteous Gemstones.
I just finished the entire thing.
Really?
It's so
It's
good.
so good. I'm almost done with season 1, so I've kind of just started it. But
Truly, honestly, that is the show where I'm like, there are no notes. Like
Yeah,
the acting
it's
is spectacular.
so
The
good.
direction is the vision. It's so good.
the writing is crazy. It's
so
just
good.
hilarious. The jokes per minute's unbelievable.
How far did you say you're into it?
So I'm like almost done with season 1.
Okay. Oh my
uh,
god, it's only up from here.
Really?
Yeah,
Season 1's been pretty awesome, I must say.
it's so good. It gets to a point like maybe beginning of season 4 where you're like, whoa.
They lose the thread.
but they don't lose it. It's just kind of like it's one of those shows where there's so much ridiculous stuff happening. Like, how are they gonna like maintain the thread of reality and keep it interesting? But it works. They do it.
That's
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm writing or even considering media, I don't really care. Like, it can just get crazy. Like, it does not bother me, honestly. But that's like,
It's such a good show.
yeah, I'm so excited for whatever Danny McBride does next.
You know what I was contemplating though, as opposed to Community, which I think as purely a sitcom is my favorite sitcom.
Mhm.
Oh.
I was also thinking about Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Oh, shit. I was going to say 30 Rock.
Well, that also crossed my mind.
Yeah. But have you heard of the show?
No.
It was just a friend told us about it like within the last year. It's like a BBC show that ran for like 6 episodes. And it
in
is
like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, it's in the mid 2000s. It's like, how would you describe the premise, Matt? It's so good.
It is a meta series where it's like a fake horror writer in the 80s produced his own series for BBC that never got aired, and now it's being brought out with commentary, like interviews threaded throughout from the writer and the producer. And so it's like a fake bad TV show, and it's
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a fake bad TV show with like fake mockumentary style director commentary throughout, and it is so good. It's
Yeah.
actually, that's maybe
maybe the
there's only
funniest
6
show I've ever
episodes?
seen. And there's only 6 episodes.
yeah. So that's kind of why
Wow.
I'm hesitant to say it's my fave, because I feel like part of a show's power is like, how good can
Yeah.
you be
How
for?
can you
Well,
keep it
that's
up?
like the
Yeah.
beef with Community is like
Yeah.
it's like
Mm.
it's such an amazing show, but it
not
really
consistent.
struggles finding its consistency. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, especially about all the behind the scenes drama with season 4 and all the
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, a show that has incredible consistency. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Yeah, how have the last few seasons been? Because I'm like 5 years behind.
I haven't seen the last, I think, 2 seasons.
Okay.
But it's still just like plugging strong. And also
Sick.
now, like, they're also at a point where they're kind of like, everybody knows what the show is. We can do whatever we want,
That's
really,
right,
which
yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love when a show hits that stride.
I'd love to catch up. That's a
but
great
it's
show.
just it's such a formulaic show as well.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
some of the best writing, some of the best satire.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also just think when there's a show like that, I struggle to start it because it's such like a behemoth. It's like so many seasons, so many episodes.
Yeah, I just watched it last year for the first time, and I just all
hell
16
yeah.
seasons.
I guess
yeah.
they're like 20-minute episodes. Or they
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not
something
too-
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, is it time? Does it
Now
generate
that
Okay.
we've all brought out our opinions in a sort of genuine and sincere fashion, now it's time to sort of voice our opinions in a combative way.
Yes.
It's time for the first debate. I've got 2 topics right here. Let's get into it. And alrighty. Interesting. It's I'm gonna follow it. I got 2 topics. I said nah, they're too similar. I got 2 more topics that were also similar in the exact same way. I'm like, let's run with it.
Let's send it.
Let's run with it. Okay. Nice and connected here. All right. Logan,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be arguing in favor of a foreign cuisine.
Oh,
Foreign cuisine
awesome.
of your choice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Jack, you're going to be arguing in favor of seafood of your choice.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And whichever one of you is ready to start and give your opening statement, just go forward. Whoever wants to go first.
All right. Fish and chips. Fish and chips is my seafood of choice. And let me just say it's because it is the only good dish out of an entire cuisine. British food is terrible. Fish and chips is phenomenal. It's just like a delicious, salty menagerie of flavors. And you throw some malt vinegar on there, get that umami taste in your mouth. It's certifiably, it's got me chuffed. It's quite good, isn't it? And it honestly, because it's so good and is better than its entire cuisine that it encompasses, it could defeat any other cuisine. And I'm going to yield my time to Logan and see what you could have possibly chosen.
Okay. Okay, first off, I would like to say that the food I'm going to choose is from a culture that is not mine, so I'm not an expert on that, but I hold the utmost respect. So I apologize if anything I say is incorrect, but it's all said with love. And therefore, my cuisine of choice, my foreign cuisine, is going to be Japanese food. Because what do you know about, one, umami also? Sorry, I'm not arguing. What do you know about ramen? What do you know about sushi, sashimi? What do you know about teriyaki, hibachi? There is so much they do, and they do it well. And it's like the Japanese people are so healthy as well. Like it's a very sustaining and very delicious cuisine. Thank you.
Okay.
Great. The floor is open.
Look, so Japan, it's a blue zone, so everyone's very healthy from what they're eating. The UK is a brown zone where more people die from food-related causes than anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And if your food,
right.
I'm for the purpose of my argument, yes, this is
Okay.
true. For the purpose of my argument, it's true.
Okay.
But I will say, you're like, if your food is so good, you'd be stuffing your face with it. Why is everyone there so healthy? Everyone in the UK is disgusting because they eat this gross battery deliciousness that is fish and chips.
Okay. Wait, first off, I want to ask, have you had fish and chips in the UK?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because I will say, like, you have to have it in the UK to be able to argue what you're saying, because it's so different.
And you know how to cook all these Japanese dishes, I assume, because or else you wouldn't be arguing for it.
No, what I'm saying is I have not had a single morsel of fish and chips in the US that is as good as anything in the UK. But I would argue I've had some nice Japanese food. I'm not saying it's like 100% authentic, but I would say it's probably as good as like something you could find in Japan.
Okay, so you're not even sure, are you?
Okay, guys, I've never been to Japan, okay? But I want to express...
She's never been to Japan. Checkmate for me. I've been to the UK. I'm a globetrotter. I'm a colonist. I'm a colonizer.
Okay. So what you're saying is... Okay, and what I'm also saying is, to get good fish and chips, you have to go to the UK. I've had Japanese food millions of times in my life, and I have never been to Japan. Okay, and now I want to talk more about your argument as well.
Please.
Okay, so when you're talking about Japanese food, what do you know about a balanced glycemic index? Because fish and chips, it's gonna make you want to keep eating it because it is not good for you.
Yeah, it's the brown zone.
And that's why people are gorging themselves on this brown zone food.
Glycemic myshemic. Good equals more. Good does not equal full. Good food doesn't make you full. Good food makes you want more good food.
Okay, then.
Ergo, fish and chips is the most delicious food ever because you can't stop eating it.
Okay.
So another round, chaps.
What about like fine dining when you go and like the portions are like so tiny, but you're like, wow, that has all of the six senses in it, and that's the best bite of food I've ever had.
If I went to a pub and they brought me out a wee bit of fish and chips on a little plate, a wee guy, I say, what the hell are you doing? I'm getting out of here. Give me my quid back.
Because it's not very good, is it?
No, you're saying the small portion meat are really good. If they brought me fish and chips with a small portion, I'd lose mine. I'd jump out me knackers.
Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. Even like the tiniest bite of Japanese food can be good. Also, I would argue that like
really?
a lot.
A teeny tiny bite. No. when you eat fish and chips, you put the whole thing in your mouth. You go one or two bites fish and chips. Mukbang the fish and chips. In Japanese, the culture is too respectful and too reserved to make anything good or delicious. They're making it all too healthy and too gluten-free, shitty vegetarian food.
That's a great Japanese accent.
Thank you. I was practicing.
Listen, I would say also we're not just talking about sushi when we talk about Japanese food. Remind you, we're talking about ramen as well, which is very hearty, very filling, enormous portions. Also, we're talking about hibachi, also very large portions. And what's that? You get a little performance with it. Yeah, you get the little pee-pee boy and you catch the water in your mouth.
I do like catching the water from the pee-pee boy.
I knew you would.
But I will say, have you ever imagine fish, only like if someone were to make fish and chips in front of you, know how exciting that would be? You'd watch a man catch a fish, spear that shit, throw it into the fryer, throw the chips into the fryer.
Take out the pee-pee boy, squirt fish out of
I've never seen a pee-pee boy in the same circumstance. I'm so sorry. I hate to break it to you.
It's okay, but I am going to open the first hibachi British restaurant where they make shepherd's pie in front of you.
Listen, the UK does not need to colonize any more countries, okay? You do not need to bring...
No, I'm colonizing everyone's taste buds. Are you kidding me? Yeah, well, I think we all know Japanese food... A lot of that shit's raw. You're going to get sick from that. The reason they actually dip so much of the fish in wasabi is to kill the disgusting parasites. You know what actually...
That's a bold-faced lie.
That's, and that's an attack on character. I'm going to say that if you really want to kill any parasites in fish, you deep fry that fucker. Batter that shit. Fry that shit. Eat it with some chips and some malt vinegar and you're off to the races.
I would like to say that I have never gotten food poisoning from eating any Japanese food. I have, however, last year I got food poisoning in the UK.
From what?
Not from fish and chips, but from eating a packed sandwich.
A packaged sandwich.
You know how they have those like packaged sandwiches?
Tesco Sammy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you got an Uncrustable.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that Japanese food is vile. Not because of the taste, because I'm racist. Let me just let it be clear in this podcast. I yield my time. I'll do the voice again. No, I think that Japanese food, look, it's maybe good for your body. Yeah, make you healthy, make the heart beat. But you know what makes the stomach upset and the taste buds satisfied? A nice plate of fish and chips. And wash that down with a pint. A nice Guinness. Glug, glug, glug. Make my tummy good, yeah?
Oh, no, just that kind of sounded like a closing statement.
No, I just think my argument's so good, everyone's perceiving it is the last thing I'm going to say.
Or maybe you just don't have that much material.
I
to
could
work
go
with.
on and on. I have a whole fish and chips podcast that's in the vault right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. While you're still banking episodes on that, and if you want to go off to the side and bank a little more, I think we can launch into some closing statements.
Okay.
And Logan,
awesome.
you can start us off.
Cool.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I also have another argument I need to make. Is that okay?
Why don't you make that and let it transition into your closing statement?
I would also like to state that, like, also it's like we're comparing, like, the seafood that you chose is one dish, whereas like how can you compare one dish of like an okay meal to like an entire cuisine? Like, once again, like I've stated, there are so many options. There's sushi, there's sashimi, it's light and refreshing. There's ramen that's full and hearty and keeps you warm. There's hibachi, which is fun for friends and family. And once again, I cannot stress enough, there is the pee-pee boy. Okay. That honestly is probably for Japanese cuisine, that's probably what really makes it top tier is the experience of the pee-pee boy, is the experience of the volcano, is the experience of the choo-choo train, is the experience of catching something in your mouth. No, if you tried to catch fish and chips in your mouth, you would get grease all over your face. It would be a mess. You wouldn't be able to do that. And also on the argument of Guinness, a Japanese beer, a dry Japanese beer, an Asahi, a Sapporo, delicious. Some of my favorite beers, I will say. Closing arguments, pee-pee boy is supreme. Thank you. I yield my time.
Wow. The only thing that I can agree with is the pee-pee boy statement. And I could totally catch a fish and chips in my mouth. I would unhinge my jaw. I'd break my jaw. I'd break my jaw, hold my mouth open, and catch that thing in my mouth. Swallow that thing whole. Swallow that whole thing down my gullet.
Mm-hmm.
The way like a bird might like swallow a fish.
Yeah, like that.
The way that a snake unhinges its jaw.
Yes, I'm reptilian. I'm evil. What was I going to say? Yeah, fish and chips. Oh, look, you were saying, one dish compared to a whole plethora of great dishes. You know what? I believe that life is defined by moments. And I believe that one moment can be euphoric and meaningful enough to last an entire lifetime. And you can try to measure the utility of each individual Japanese dish, and you just get lost in the sauce because these dishes are very saucy, definitely overly sauced. Ugh. But fish and chips, all you need is one bite. I give my time.
Wow. Great debate. Very poetic ending there, Jack. I will be giving it to Logan. I agree with the PP boy.
Thank you.
I think I lost our as soon as the PP boy was in play.
PP boy.
Speaking of PP boys, let me just check if this is rolling. It's totally rolling.
Awesome.
We're still live.
Awesome.
I just had to double check. I don't know why I thought I didn't press it, but
No, you.
And this is rolling, right? There's a red light.
Yes. Oh, I realized I'm on track 4, not track 3. So bear that in mind while editing.
That's fine. What do you mean you thought you were on track 3?
Doesn't mean nothing relevant.
Oh, okay.
I'm.
Hell yeah! But it's being recorded. Yeah.
Oh yes, it is all being recorded.
Amazing.
Alrighty. Well, good job there, Logan.
Nice, Logan.
Thank you.
Good work.
I was nervous. I really was.
I wasn't.
Nerve-wracking podcast.
I think that's why I lost. I think I got too comfy.
Yeah, you really need to break out of your comfort zone.
I know.
So we've been explaining this premise to all of our guests as of late on the podcast. You probably listened. You said you listened. You listened to some recent episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if you skimmed as well.
So I just like to bring this up to sort of loop back around to something. Are you familiar with the idea of the head hundo and the head hunchback of the podcast?
Oh wow!
So here we have right over here. We have the head hundo, the big guy, the head hunchback,
and the hundo gives head as well.
Yes, that's right.
Well, no, the head hunter doesn't give head. The hunchback is forcibly receives head from a variety of characters that exist within the pod universe, notably Gam Gam.
Yeah, Gam Gam. Yeah.
Oh, guys, your podcast is offensive. Your podcast is so offensive. I don't know if you know that.
It's very crass. It's pretty crass.
Crass and offensive.
It's offensive to old people. It's offensive to the disabled. It's racist.
It is pretty racist.
Oh
I think the podcast is also a Christian podcast. And,
it's a Christian app.
It's a Christian app. It's a Christian app. Our podcast is a Christian app.
But anyway, I bring all this up not to just go over our lore again. But to say that, sometimes when a guest does well, particularly, we'll offer them sort of a position in our world. And I think I would like to offer you, Logan, the position of the PP boy of the podcast.
Yes.
You're the official PP boy of the pod. That's awesome.
I'm so honored, you guys.
Wow.
You've earned it.
That's the only time I've been flattered to be in a position to pee in someone's mouth.
Look, the PP boy's just a title.
I don't know. I think you're making this an offensive podcast. I don't think it's an offensive podcast. Only when you're on.
Yeah. Someone's evil
That's
here,
a
and I
valid
don't know. And I don't know.
argument.
No,
Okay.
I am evil.
Yeah, it's Jack.
You're so evil.
I'm evil. Let me see the topic generator. I'm gonna give you some evil topics.
All right, Jack's gonna find us some evil topics.
Yay.
Beep, beep. Better not be like too evil. I'm not trying to
they're
get
pretty
canceled
evil.
here.
They're pretty evil.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm just gonna.
Fish and chips is such a crazy dish to choose for like seafood.
Well,
Of all the seafoods,
I was like, I don't know. I was feeling crazy. I was gonna do like shrimp cocktail, but I'm like, is that a?
Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe you were challenging yourself.
Maybe I was. I could have beaten you with all the good seafood dishes. But what other seafood dishes are there?
Chilean sea
Oh,
bass.
I would have
see
gone for crawfish because I'm from the south.
Oh.
That's good. I don't think I've had crawfish. We had catfish recently. Matt and I did, and it was kind of mid.
Yeah.
You gotta have it the right way.
I'd maybe say like lobster, like a lobster roll or something.
That's
pretty
valid.
good.
A lobster roll.
I mean, I'd maybe say like certain sushi
I think
dishes.
sushi is just the best food.
I know.
Japanese food is the best cuisine,
I already
honestly.
knew I was gonna go for Japanese, and then when you said seafood, I was like, oh, that's kind of. I've already taken the best seafood option.
Oh shit! All right.
Mhm.
I have 2 topics. Matthew, you will be debating in favor of a piece of jewelry of your choice, and Logan, a Halloween costume of your choice. 2 evil topics: jewelry, pride, greed, Halloween, Satan, gluttony, candy.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I'm becoming, ever since the 100th episode, I have become evil, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is episode what, like 111 or something? 110, 111,
Yeah.
112, somewhere around there.
By 150, I want to have like a Fu Manchu or like in a monocle and like a
What else
cloak.
can indicate that you're evil?
I want to have I was thinking about it for my evil lair, the 2 animals I want to have. I want to have a peacock.
That was the first thing I thought of too.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
peacock. And then also I want a monkey, like a little capuchin monkey to roll me cigarettes.
Mm.
And he would just like come down and like and roll cigarettes.
It's pretty cool.
Do either of you have a
Got it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I've got it.
Okay.
That's a hard topic.
let's hear from Matt first. Let's
Yeah,
let's
okay.
give him more time.
My piece of jewelry that I am picking is the Cœur de la Mer, the heart of the ocean.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
That's right. So, I mean, what else is there to say? It is this symbol of romance and regret, and and in the film Titanic, for those listening who are not familiar with the Cœur de la Mer, it's a beautiful piece of jewelry. It's a necklace with I believe a sapphire in it, and it's this gorgeous piece of jewelry. That is then spoilers for Titanic. It gets discovered inside the Titanic in the year 1997.
Wait, it was discovered?
I think they were looking for it.
They were looking for it.
But you know who
No,
had
no,
it?
they didn't discover it. That's right. Sorry.
Oh wait, you mean sorry? I now understand. After the Titanic sunk, they
after the
recovered
Titanic
it.
sunk.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were looking for it.
Right.
This super a piece of jewelry that is so beautiful and historically significant that these people, these Titanic explorers,
I thought they were billionaires in the submarine. Oh, we're talking different shit. I'm sorry.
we're talking about the
You're
plot of the
talking
movie
about
Titanic.
OceanGate.
I'm talking about Ocean Gate. I'm talking about the submersible.
Yeah.
I'm playing. We love billionaires in this podcast. Are you kidding me?
They were looking for the Cœur de la Mer. They couldn't find it. But they find Rose. But she's not Kate Winslet anymore. Because, 70 years have passed by. And now she's an old lady. But she's got the Cœur de la Mer.
And she's beautiful.
And after reliving the whole experience and finally telling her story, this man on the board says, fuck it. He reveals it. Throws that shit. Let it be gone. I think that's the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Titanic in a
I've
little
never
bit.
seen Titanic.
You haven't seen Titanic?
That's just the
No.
framing device.
No, but I have seen Titanic.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
get it.
you
You
get
get
it.
it.
Wait,
you
but is Titanic told like from the perspective of like Rose when she's older?
Yeah.
Yes.
I never knew that.
It's
okay.
pretty sick.
So that's the framing device. It's I don't think that's a major spoiler. I would say it's affecting in the moment because you've
Mhm.
seen everything she goes through
Mhm.
on her time on Titanic. But that's not really relevant. What's relevant is the Cœur de la Mer, the heart of the ocean. Just an amazing piece of jewelry. And it's iconic, and it's connected to one of the greatest, most beloved movies of all time. And I yield my time.
Okay.
All right, Logan.
The Halloween costume that I would like to discuss is a couple's costume. And this is the costume where one person wears, for lack of a better term, the male part of an electrical plug. And the other person wears, for lack of a better term, the female part of an electrical plug. And then when they are together, the one who's also wearing the female part lights up. No, I guess either one of them could light up. They both light up. In this scenario, they both light up, okay?
Hell yeah.
So the reason I think that this is the costume to end all costumes is because it's functional and it tells a story, but it's not something that you're like, you don't need to have like a frame of reference to it. It's very inclusive. Like pretty much everyone like is familiar with the classic like plug and socket kind of scenario. Also, I think it's fun. It can be very fun for queer couples, like kind of playing into heterosexual norms. You could also do like plug, socket. That's a fun little play on that. I really think that the possibilities are endless. And also, let's not forget that it is a feat of engineering. It lights up on command. Wow. I've never seen a human insert insert themselves into something and light up. That is spectacular. Okay, that was my opening statement. Thank you.
Awesome. The floor is open.
The cheeky pick. So I'm familiar with these costumes, but What do you mean they light up? Like, what part of it lights up?
Mm-hmm. So in this scenario, I would say this is the classic scenario for this costume. both members of the couple are like entwined in Christmas lights.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Or some form of LED light.
And this is classic.
And this is classic, yes.
Okay, got it.
And once again, this costume is a classic, as you've just stated.
Yes.
It's a classic, and it's also timeless, which is hard to do and hard to do well.
I don't think it's timeless.
Okay, and
because these plug costumes, well, for one, it's very modernist, I would say. Those sort of plugs and outlets didn't exist before very recently, and they're not going to exist much longer. Once the end times are upon us, electricity won't be of any use to anyone, and then these costumes are just going to be an embarrassing relic.
I would say that my argument to that is that, okay, we have to think of this in the context of Halloween, because Halloween, as we know it, as a comedic device, and the way that the costumes are structured now is of the same era as the plug and socket. We really have to think about the way that we're dressing up and trick-or-treating. Like, these go hand in hand. So in that way, I believe it's timeless, in the way that people call an 80s movie timeless, because it's all of that era. And then going on from that, we have to think about theater and we have to think about art, okay? Costumes are a form of expression. I would, when the climate crisis comes, and it is coming, we will need the art of the plug and socket costume to remind us of what we once had, and to remind us of also one of the elements that brought us to our downfall.
And the LEDs, those will be there too? You said it's classic. Without that, what's the costume?
Okay. You have to, one can be, okay, we're talking about a future version where like the LEDs may not be functionable. Okay. We have to think about like the symbolic nature of that. What happens when something that once was reliable, you can no longer plug into? That is a metaphor for the climate crisis itself. So the costume lives on, the storytelling lives on because the functionality of the costume no longer works. That makes it even more poetic, I would argue.
Not as poetic as the Cœur de la Mer, the heart of the ocean, because who was the heart that will go on, the heart of the ocean? It was Rose's heart, and it was Jack's heart. Jack's heart.
It's also my name. I'm a little biased in this one.
I like that you admit that you are biased.
Hundo is an honest tyrant.
I'm just saying, it's, you talk about like the poetry and the beauty of a given the art of a costume. When I think of the art of a costume, I think of the Cœur de la Mer. That's timeless. I mean, it predates the modern modern plugs and such. Electricity, that was new shit. But the heart of the ocean, that shit's old.
When was the heart of the ocean made? Was it made like around 1910, or was it an older relic?
I would imagine it's an older relic, because it was the thing that everyone's really aware of in the world of Titanic. Everyone's really aware.
Sorry, say that one more time.
In the world of Titanic.
In the world of Titanic,
which is our world.
I would argue. Okay, no, no.
So the Titanic didn't happen. We have a Titanic truther here.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm a Titanic denier.
Oh my God.
Titanic was invented so that Ocean Gate could happen.
Honestly, I would not be surprised. And to kill the icebergs. Give this a common enemy, the icebergs.
Because exactly. Because there's something lurking in the waters below, and people always want to find out about that. What is the best way to use your funds to go to the bottom of the ocean to claim that a large boat sunk there, and you're like, oh, I need to get something back from there. I need to recover that. But really what they're going to find is Satan. That's what they're looking for in the depths of the ocean.
What's more satanic than this? A Halloween costume, satanic. So it's already Halloween, so satanic. Then you have, it's about sex. It is sexual, but it's not just sexual. It is also, it's hidden in plain sight. It is spoon-feeding sex to the masses, to the children. What's more satanic than that? What's more satanic than that? Electricity. And that's pretty fucking satanic. Turning, it's transhumanism. It's sort of turning humans and human sexuality and functionality into a cybernetic cyborg existence where electricity's flowing through and all of a sudden we're lighting up. We light up. Whatever happens. Whatever happened to humanity? Whatever happened to predictability? The newsboy, the paper boy,
and evening TV.
Thank you.
Evening TV. One thing I would like to argue that also uses electricity.
See, that's I think my issue with the Full House theme, but we don't really need to get into that.
Yes.
That's sort of irrelevant. I think what's relevant here is the fact that what you're arguing in favor for is complete evil and Satanism, and so I just don't buy that you think the Titanic it was never real.
Well, here's
and it was a front for satanic underwater activities.
The only thing I will say is that,
oh my God, he's getting involved.
No, I'm just thinking about this conspiracy and how it probably is real because Titanic. Satanic.
Titanic.
And that's some food for thought for the listeners and for the debaters.
I think my argument's pretty compelling. I think we're dealing, it's a satanic argument versus satanic argument here. I'm just arguing in favor of the Coeur de la Mer, this beautiful, it's irrelevant from the Titanic. They thought it was there. You know, the Rose, she got on it and she was gifted the Coeur de la Mer. But, okay, what happens if the Titanic isn't real? Are you saying this old lady who has this thing was a liar? We literally see in Titanic, we see that's how the movie starts. They have this old ship there.
In the movie. I'm not saying the movie didn't happen. I'm saying the event didn't happen.
Okay. Let's go by the movie rules for a bit. Because because we got to talk about the Coeur de la Mer.
Yes. Okay, sorry. I don't mean to bring the topic off the Coeur de la Mer.
It's ultimately, it's all about the Coeur de la Mer because it's the heart of the ocean.
What I would like to say as a symbol of pop culture, I think I would just like to argue that if somebody looked at a socket and a plug, they would know, like, in today's world, in most first world nations, people would know. Even in third world nations, you would probably know what a socket and a plug is. Most people would not know what the Coeur de la Mer is. I didn't even know it was called the Coeur de la Mer.
Just because it's not ubiquitous doesn't mean it is not of value. It's full of rich poetry and beauty. And what you're talking about is you've taken something already sort of plain and boring and ubiquitous, and you've corrupted it with sex. You've corrupted and you've turned it into this symbol of the evil future of humanity.
Okay, let's also think about the fact that the Coeur de la Mer is also corrupt. Presumably, I mean, if it's from an era, it's a blood diamond. It's definitely a blood diamond. It is in the hands of the elite, being held onto, passed down from elitist to elitist. Also a bribe so that, like, isn't it a bribe so that Rose doesn't marry Jack? It's anti-Jack, would like to say that.
Oh my God, it is anti-Jack.
It is anti-Jack. And
I'm just saying that because now I'm biased to Logan.
I love how you name your biases. So let's think about this. It's imperialist, it is classist, it's a blood diamond, so people died to make that. And it's not recognizable to the common man. It's art for the elite.
I believe it was grown in a lab.
As we've mentioned, it is a relic.
I'm ready for some closing statements.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear from Logan first.
Okay. One thing I do need to refute is the idea of sexuality with the socket and plug, because I will like to say, I think that while there is a playful sexual nature, I think it kind of comes across as a form of art like drag, where it's like you could interpret it and interpret this specific thing. Okay, a lot of drag is overtly sexual, but there is kind of just like this play with like what is humanity in this socket and plug costume that I think it could be interpreted as sexual, but also it's just like fun. Like, and a child could look at it and have no idea that it's sexual. Like, it's not phallic in nature. It's just like an insertion, you know? And it's recognizable to the people. It is the working man's play. Yeah, it's taking something that is mundane and is boring and creating art. It is a commentary on the climate crisis. It is a commentary on new age technology, and it is carrying us from one generation to the next. Thank you. I will yield my time.
Awesome.
All right. here are wherever you are.
You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on.
The heart being the heart of the ocean. I yield my time.
Wow. Two splendid jobs from both of you, I must say. Amazing singing voice. Like,
Amazing
that was awesome.
singing.
Musical
Thank you so
theater
much.
for real.
Yeah.
I really thought that was a pretty back and forth debate. I thought Matt had it out the gate, and then, or no, I thought Logan had it out the gate. We weren't hearing much about the heart of the ocean, and then Matt kind of took it back. But then I think in the end, before your closing statement, I think you swung it back after revealing that not only is it a blood diamond, but it's an anti-Jack object. So
From that point, I knew there was nothing else I could say to win this.
I
Yes.
have to say your closing argument was literally the best thing you could have done. I thought
was a
you would have
beautiful
taken
closing.
it from that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
How are we looking on time, Matt? Do we have time for one more?
No, that was
it. That was two beautiful,
Wow.
amazing debates.
That's right.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Well, amazing episode.
Yeah, great
Logan,
episode.
thank you very much.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's been
Logan,
such
do you
a
have
pleasure, you
anything?
guys.
This is going to come out, I think, probably at the end of this month.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah. No, not at the end of this month. We
2
can call it. Yeah, on the 18th. July
Yeah.
18th. We're going to drop this episode. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
For me personally, no. I would say if you haven't seen the music video for Sugar Water Cyanide, you should watch that.
Ooh, okay.
It's very good.
Sugar Water
It's very
Cyanide.
good. Shout out to my roommate Max Pinson for showing that to me. I feel it is the culture.
Speaking of a media recommendation that is the culture, I watched a movie last night.
Really?
And it's called Pool Boy Nightmare. And Juliet almost showed it to us, and we watched the J-Lo thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's a TLC direct-to-TV movie. Is it TLC? No, Lifetime.
Lifetime
Lifetime
does the crazy movies.
Yeah, it's Lifetime, and it's just a blast. I recommend it to anyone who is looking for a good time.
And I'm going to pick up right what you said right there and mention the J-Lo movie.
Yep.
J-Lo, This Is Me Now. Are you familiar, Logan?
No.
Oh,
Jennifer Lopez last year, she released an album, and with it she released a visual album, an hour-long movie that is like it's a music video with scenes in between, and it is an amazing piece of art. It is one of a kind.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really kind of crazy and out there and fun.
It's one of the great vanity projects of our age, I would say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you all so much for listening. Have an awesome summer, and we'll see you next time on Apples and Oranges.
Bye, all.